New isn't always smarter. Every family relocating for intel hits the same exact fork in the road, usually in the first week of house hunting. Build brand new or buy something that already exists. Now, the new home looks cleaner online. The existing home might actually get your kids into a better school on a bigger lot for less money. You're not choosing a house near intel, you're choosing where your money sits for the next 10 years. By the end of this video, you'll have a real framework, not a guess, for which side of that fork is right for your family, your budget, and your kids' school district. I'm Jared West. I'm a realtor here in Columbus, Central Ohio. I live in Licking County, and I spend most of my week walking families through exactly this decision. New Albany, Johnstown, Pataskala, Granville, Westerville, Gahanna, and everything in between. And here's the first thing to get straight. There's no universal winner between new and existing. There's the only option that fits your family's math. Here's how it actually plays out for most transferring families. You start on Zillow, scrolling from Phoenix or Austin or wherever you're coming from. The new build renderings look incredible, clean lines, open floor plans, everything move in perfect. Then your agent, hopefully me, pulls the actual numbers and the fork gets real. Building gives you control over the floor plan, the lot, the finishes. It also gives you months of uncertainty. Permits, weather, materials, labor, and if your job starts in 30, 60, or 90 days, a true custom build may not even be an option on the table. Buying existing gets you in the door on your timeline, but it also means someone else already made the paint color choices, the layout, and the landscaping decisions for you. A beautiful house that isn't ready when your family needs it isn't a solution. It's a construction project with your name on the loan. There's a middle option most out-of-state families don't know exists. Inventory homes. Already under construction or finished, new construction quality without the 8-month wait. Buying new and building new are not the same decision. Confusing them costs families months. If you need to be settled before school starts, before your current house sells, before your first shift, that distinction alone can eliminate half of your options before you ever compare a single price. Now, the number that gets everybody's attention, the advertised price. This is where new construction gets slippery. You'll see a builder advertise starting in the low 400s. That word starting is doing a lot of work. Lot premium, finished basement, extra bedroom, bigger garage, upgraded flooring, cabinets, stone exterior, covered patio, appliances, blinds, fence, landscaping. The base price gets the ad campaign, the final price gets the mortgage. Central Ohio new build data suggests completed homes often finish 10 to 25% above the advertised base number once lots and options are added in. A $425,000 starting price home can walk out the door near $500,000, and that's before you've added a single fence for the kids' dogs. An existing home, by contrast, usually already comes with landscaping, the appliances, the deck, the fence, improvements the current homeowner already paid for and already lived in long enough to know they work. You might not love their paint color. Repainting a bedroom is a lot cheaper than building a backyard from dirt. Here's where new construction usually wins. Builders don't negotiate like a homeowner does. A homeowner is emotionally attached to their number. A builder is managing inventory, financing costs, and quarterly targets, and that makes them move. That means cost help, rate buy downs, design credits, especially a finished inventory home nobody's bought yet. The cheapest house and the cheapest monthly payment are not always the same house. An existing home priced $20,000 under a comparable new build can still lose on the monthly number if the builder's buying down your rate. You have to compare the whole stack. Price, rate, cash to close, and what you'll spend fixing or finishing in year one. Here's the part for exactly the family watching this. Suburban lifestyle, budget conscious, and school district first. Ohio One campus carries a New Albany address. That does not mean New Albany is your answer. New Albany buys proximity and amenities at the highest price point on this list. Johnstown puts you close with newer subdivisions, small town character, still finding its footing as growth arrives. Pataskala, my community, spans established neighborhoods, newer development, and a real acreage, often at a meaningfully lower price per square foot. Granville gives you historic charm, a walkable village at the cost of distance. Westerville and Gahanna gives you mature infrastructure and a shorter drive into greater Columbus. A short commute on a map can turn into a long commute at 7:30 on a Tuesday. Don't measure mileage, drive it. 161, 270, 310, 37, and the local connector roads at the hour you'll actually be driving them. And if there are 2 working adults in your household, this isn't a one-person decision. The smartest location doesn't win one commute. It wins the whole household. New construction sells your predictability, new roof, new HVAC, new windows, current code, a builder warranty, and a first year without a contractor's number saved to your phone. New construction buys predictability. Existing homes can buy opportunity. Existing homes may need more inspection, more maintenance, but they can also hand you things that take years to build. Mature trees, an established street, finished basement, a 3-car garage, a location where new construction simply doesn't exist anymore. A 15-year-old home isn't inferior. It might already have the fence, the patio, the finished basement. You spend 3 years or $40,000 adding to the new one. But don't assume new means flawless. A warranty is not a substitute for an inspection. Grading issues, drainage problems, missing insulation, new homes can have all of it. The builder's walkthrough represents the builder. The inspector represents you. Never buy the model home, buy the master plan. You're not purchasing the model, you're purchasing the neighborhood that surrounds your lot for the next 10 years. How many homes are coming? Apartments? Commercial? What are the HOA fees today? And can they change? New construction sells you a vision. An existing neighborhood already has a track record. You can see how those homes aged. You can see how neighbors maintain their yards. That evidence doesn't exist yet in a subdivision that's 2 phases deep. Here's a question nobody asked before they sign. What happens when you sell? If the builder is still selling brand new homes in your neighborhood when it's your turn to list, you're competing directly against them. And they can offer incentives you can't match as a private seller. The builder becomes your competition the moment you become a seller. And that's not a reason to avoid new construction. It's a reason to be careful about over-personalizing your upgrades and to understand how many future phases are still coming before you buy. Equity isn't just appreciation. Equity is appreciation minus everything the house demands from you afterwards. An older home without a roof, HVAC, or drainage budget can eat your equity just as fast as a builder's competing incentive can. Let's stop talking theory and look at the real board. I pulled MLS inventory within roughly 15 miles of the Ohio 1 campus, centered on Johnstown, as of August 2026. You have 63 active new construction homes, 730 active existing homes. For every 1 new construction listing near Intel, there are 11 existing homes to choose from. New construction built in 2024 or later has a median price around $557,000, median size near 2,500 square feet, and a median of 63 days on the market. The average price jumps roughly $762,000, pulls way up by luxury new construction in New Albany and around River Reservoir. The average tells you the market, the median tells you what you're actually going to run into. Closed new construction sales tell the sharper story. 205 closed sales, median price around $547,000, almost $548,000, averaging around $598,000, and several communities showing price reductions before the sale closed. Builders rarely call it desperation, they call it incentive. A builder carrying a finished unsold home is paying interest, taxes, and upkeep every single day it sits. That's leverage. If you know which home the builder actually needs off the books. The best builder deal is attached to the builder's problem, not your favorite floor plan. Now, the existing side. There's 730 active listings, averaging around 598,000, almost 599,000. Roughly 2,200 square feet, 61 days on market, about 272 price per square foot. That range runs from starter homes to 8-figure luxury listings, which means the label existing homes tells you almost nothing on its own. Existing home isn't a condition, it's an age category. Closed existing homes, there's about 3,400 transactions, with the average price being around $445,000, and the average size being around 2,000 square feet on an average of 27 days on the market. Less than half that time where new construction sits. New construction asks for more money up front for fewer immediate repairs. Existing homes often ask for less upfront, and they let you decide where the rest of your budget goes. So here's the real question, and it's not new or existing. The real question isn't which home costs less, it's where your next $50,000 is going to go. Into lot premiums and builder upgrades, or into a specific school boundary, the bigger yard, and the neighborhood you actually want to raise your kids in? That answer is different for every family, which is exactly why I don't hand relocating families a spreadsheet and wish them luck. If you're relocating for intel and trying to maximize your budget while landing in the right school district, call or text me at 740-480-3778. Tell me your budget, your must-have schools, and your commute, and I'll show you exactly where new construction and existing inventory overlap for your family, and where they don't. I'm Jared West. I'm a realtor here in Columbus and Central Ohio. And when families hit this fork, they go to Jared.